Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel Firdaus Moroccan Cuisine. In today's recipe I'm gonna be sharing with you how to make Moroccan spinach salad with kale, since it's the season for it, and I did harvest a lot of organic kale from my garden and some spinach, so I'm gonna be sharing with you this recipe that is full of iron and it's good for you and your children. So for the ingredients for the salad, I have a mixture of fresh spinach and then as well as frozen spinach and kale. And the reason for that is when I harvest from my garden, then I just wash it and freeze it. Then I use it whenever I need it. So I will need one preserved lemon or fresh lemon if you don't have one. I chopped there about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. And here what I'm showing you is kale. Like I use those bags that take out the air and it lasts like up to 1 year. So this is actually, this kale is like from last year, but the spinach was this year that I chopped it and then washed it and froze it. I have here like 1 cup of chopped green olives. And I have 1 cup of mixture of cilantro and parsley chopped together. Again, same thing, if you planted them in your garden, you can freeze them as well. I have about 4 to 5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And for the spices, I only need 4 to 5 spices. So I have 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of salt actually there, and then half teaspoon of black pepper. And also a lot of people will use chili powder, but since my kids don't eat spicy food, so I'm not using it. But this is another thing that you must add if you like spicy food. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is chop the fresh spinach. And just as a note here, if you have everything fresh, like I'm using their frozen because I have it, but you can use all the ingredients fresh. And I'm gonna add the frozen kale. Also another thing that I want to mention here is don't be afraid of the quantity. As you can see there, like it looks I have a lot, but honestly with spinach and all the green leaf products that we use, once you cook them they melt down and it's really it's not that much. So don't be afraid of the quantity. And for spices, it's based on the taste. So once my frozen spinach and kale are soft, so the key here is all that water has to be gone. So I'm gonna add fresh one. And I will reduce the heat and I'll leave it until it all melts down and all that water is gone. Then I'll add the other ingredients. So here I'm gonna add, so after all the water is gone, I'm gonna add my parsley and cilantro. And I'm gonna add the olives. The candle jumped over the moon. And I'm gonna add the garlic. The candle jumped over the water. So here, after I added the olives and chopped cilantro and parsley and the garlic, I'm gonna close it again for another 5-10 minutes until everything is softened and the water is, there is no water. Then I'll add the spices. So here what I'm gonna do is add 3 to 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And what I do, sometimes I leave 1 tablespoon, I add it at the end when it's like the last minute to take it out of the stove. That's when I add the preserved lemon and the rest of the olive oil. It just so the flavor can stay, you don't cook all that flavor all at once. the last touch is I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of fresh lemon, just a little bit. So the key here is, I don't know, I read this somewhere, but it says when zest is added to the greens, our bodies absorb the iron better. So our spinach, you can call it a dip, you can call it salad, you can eat it with pita bread or with crackers. It's an amazing source of iron. And here I have, like I said, spinach and kale, but you can add any green leaf that you can find. You can add it. Sometimes I add chopped beets leaf. That's another amazing thing to add to this recipe. So yeah, it's ready, and I hope you like it. This is the end of our salad. This is how it turned out. I hope you'll try today's recipe, and if you did, please let me know how it went for you, and if you liked the flavors that we use in the Moroccan cuisine. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends and family. And stay tuned for more videos. It's gonna be vlogs, and it's gonna be gardening, and it's gonna be more cooking. Thank you so much for your support, and God bless you and your families.